Okay, so what we're gonna do is read. Yeah, we're gonna read. So
Wiki,
what we're gonna
wiki,
do is try to
wiki,
understand what this
wiki,
word means.
wiki,
And there's a website that allows collaborative editing. So that means removable information of its content and structure by its users. So not only can someone that you not know uh, edit
wiki,
the information that's on Wiki, but it seems to some degree that you
wiki,
can edit the information that is on
wiki,
Wikipedia. So, what is Wiki? Okay, so Wiki. Wiki is a web page that can be edited by browsers. By 2002, abstracted from names of such sites as Wikipedia, launched in 2001, the original being WikiWeb, introduced and named by Ward Cunningham. So, in 1995, from Hawaiian WikiWiki, fast and swift. So that's probably the origin. Fast, swift. But that's still just probably. We are at Wikipedia. Etymology, who won't really give us the etymology of on that one. Copy paste, great. Wiki. Da-da-da, and it sends us back to the same thing. All right, so that is kind of confusing. So if I would be talking to, say, Luft in the classroom, he would say, nigga, break that word down. So I was sitting here one day with my wife, and I started to break down this word. Why? Because she said, what does wiki mean? So when we go into what does wiki mean, the W is first, not in the Roman alphabet, but the modern English sound. It represents as close to the D vocalized consonant expressed by Rome, whether it be the U or the V. Okay, that actually sounds like something from Germany as well. Now, let me make something very clear. When the first people colonize Ireland, they use what we call consonants. Consonant. B, C, D, F, G, H, K. There's no J, right? Okay, so the people that overthrew you more so brought some of the vowels. Okay, you can see in the Bible and in Septuagint that some of the letters are already there. A, E, O. And then you have the U or the V. Okay, so a W is more so expressed for the Roman U or V. D vocalized consonant expressed by Roman U or V. In Old English, this originally is written as UU. Hence, how we pronounce the word W is double, meaning two, U, W. All right, but in the 8th century, I mean, you're typing, shouldn't you put th? 8c doesn't really. Began to be expressed by the runic, all right, character W, Y, N. So when you go into runic, I believe that is dealing with the, well, it deals with a lot of people. It deals with the Norse language. So whatever the Norse people broke into, I believe it's the Norse people. This is where you get the Thor and the Woden. You can look up Odin if you want, but you'll find the real character. You can look up Odin if you want, but you'll find the real person under, is it Woe? Woden. Odin, some of that nature, I forget. But even following Odin, it leads to the Wotan, there it is, or Woden. Now, chasing this name, see if it's in Old Sax, that's the time that he lived. Frigg, Friday, Woe, Wednesday. There are other children, Thor, Thursday. So they have more of an impact on our lives than we'd ever attempt to, respect. But we still call these days of the weeks the same, their names. All right, so which looks like this, and this is the symbol for it. The character is a late addition to the online font set and doesn't display properly on many computers. So it's something like a combination of a lowercase p and a reversed y. Okay, so in 11th century, Norman scribes introduced W. Isn't that funny? Norman scribes. Now we've already looked up the word scribal and scribe, and that pertains to what? The law of the what? Hebrews, the Israelites. Now we got Norman scribes, but they hide it because that's the people of Normandy who are the Gauls now calling themselves what? Scribes. Ah, hidden in front of you and only able to what? To break it down using previous etymology. So now we have the people, Normandy's in France today, right? So we have the French people, or the people that say they are French and are not. They are the Galatians of the Bible. They are a mixed, an amalgamated group of what? Canaanites and who? I've done these videos. I show you who the French are. So these are Africans, real Chamites, real Hamites, pretending to be brown-skinned people, even calling themselves scribes. Acts 13:1, there was this nigger Simon. There was this nigger Simon by the Niger River, close to the Manaean, even though the Manaean was with them. The Manaean of Menes, however the hell you say that in the last video. All right. With the W litigated doubling of Roman U, which had been used on the continent for the Germanic W sound. See how all this is linked? Germany is now amalgamated with Rome is at that time, or is there a split? Right, the German peoples are the last to overthrow the actual Romans. Right, this is what they say in time. You can see that the Romans start, not the Romans, but the Greeks. Now, see, So that point's irrelevant. So I'll just leave it at that. The Germanic snowball effect. You see the norms. This is why, they're so interconnected, not so amalgamated, but more so, not so amalgamated through the flesh, but more so amalgamated through what? Creed, color, and then they've put themselves under with the what? Caucasian race, right? Race, creed, color. All right, so, and the WYN disappeared in the 13th century, right? W is not properly a letter in the modern French alphabet. It is used there only in borrowing foreign words with such as wagon, weekend, western whiskey, and wombat. Now, isn't that interesting? So, we got a little bit out of that. Hey, we didn't know we were going to get so much out of the word scribal and the word scribes, but now scribe has to do with what? Professional interpreter of Jewish law. So these guys made themselves professional interpreters of what? The law of the Torah, right? Torah nomaki, right? Defend the Torah. And what they do, they ripped it up. Now, all of you are arguing because they made an elaborate puzzle, and all of you are arguing because you can't solve the puzzle. You're saying to yourself, I'm satisfied with the piece of the puzzle I got. Now I'm going to run with it. And now you're sitting there getting into arguments with people that don't make sense because you don't have enough pieces. Yet all these people reading are finding huge pieces. Look at Hiram Art. He had a debate with his wife on camera, and he didn't get all emotional. All he did was say things he learned. All she did was say things she learned. Now, here's the difference. Somebody taught us Christianity through oppression, and somebody didn't want us to read during oppression. Now that we're reading the things they wrote during our fierce oppression, the physical part, now we're seeing the truth. And it's completely different than the verbal things that they taught us. And this is the debate that they had. When you look at Drop, right now he's showing you the connection through the Ethiopians warring with the Turks. It shows you what? The Christian hold that this Muslim emperor brought in. See, the Muslims had Christianity before Muhammad stepped on the scene, right? It is showing you the hold of Christianity on the Ethiopians, and that this Priest John, or Priest Jonathan comes in and does what? Starts fighting against the emperor. So you've got to understand what's going on. You have been overthrown all over the world, whether it be the Eastern Kingdom or the Western Kingdom. You have been overthrown. The physical part already took place here. We are in the mental. We are in the mental. If you're not willing to be mental about this, then you're going to fall. You have to get yourself out of the base mentality. From this we get Wi-Fi. apparently from wireless. The second element perhaps suggested by hi-fi. Okay, so when we go down here to wide, this is going to break it open. Wide is from Old English, wid, vast, broad, long. Okay? Also used of time from Proto-Germanic, right? Prototype. Proto-Germanic, once they broke off from and started claiming the name Germanic. Source also of Old Saxon, Old Frisian, Wid, Old Norse, remember a U or a V, VR, Dutch, Wizard, and you know they wouldn't have had that J back then. Old High German, Wit, German, now not Old High anymore, regular German, wheat, perhaps, maybe from pie. Now here's the double wink, right? Wit ito, from root we, apart, away, in half. So WI means apart, away, in half, meaning dissident, against, expanded, spread apart. And in a sense, 15th century, 1400s, embracing many subjects, missing the intended. Hey, you starting to get what's going on? Wi-Fi is intended to miss the intended target. Let's not even get into that. I'll say it. This is going to get better. So we're doing with wiki, right? Wikipedia. So if it's Y apart, separate, long, broad, what does ki mean? It's from Japanese, literally mean a thing put on. You put something on from far away. Wear it, put it on, mano. Mano means single. Put on single from far away. What does that mean, man? What does that mean? So, kiki, derogatory slang for a Jew. My niece, she named her kid Kiki. That's not her kid's name, that's her kid's nickname. Isn't that funny? This is how ignorant we are. We ignorantly call ourselves derogatory names for Jews, right? Hey, it's right here, right in real etymology of the English language. Right here, right for us all. It sounds unbelievable. So in 1901, American English, early evidence supports the belief that it was used at first among German-American Jews in reference to newcomers from East Europe, perhaps because the name of the latter ended in ki or kai. Okay, so German-American Jews, that's just a whole great big lie right there. Okay, so these are people pretending to be Jews. Revelation 2:9 and 3:9, right? Now, who are the German-American Jews? Now, isn't that the Mormons over there in Utah? You're not even going to believe how this connects to us, right? Right? I mean, it's a derogatory slang for a Jew, right? Hey, Kiki, right? Come on, man. It's all right here. Japanese art, self-defense, right? Toranomaki, right? I didn't even see this here. I didn't even see the other one. A way of adapting the spirit, right? This is together. Y apart, ki together, right? Harmonize. But ki, spirit. What? Now we know what ki means. See how far we had to go? Here, ki is art. But that's from Japanese. But from Japanese. Spirit, art. You see the difference between the two? There's from Japanese, to put on. A derogatory term for a Jew. So look at this. The German Americans put on, right, your spirit as an art. Oh shit. So what does wick, W-I-K mean? Geological period following the Cambrian and proceeding to the Silurian 1879, coined by the English geologist Charles Lampworth, from Latin Ordovis. Right, this is wick, and it's saying it's from fucking Latin. It's the Ordovis, the name of an ancient British tribe in North Wales. Wait, wait, why are you telling me this? Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. I love that shit, right? No, I don't play that shit, but right. Okay, so what does it mean? Oh, you always get your ass over there, girl. Yell it louder. Okay, so what does pi mean? Pi is what? Where it comes from, the whole, right? Pie chart, the graph. It means what? Wick. To fight, conquer. Wait, what? So, remember who brought this? Ordovician. Name of an ancient British tribe. Where are the people of England today? Where are the people of England today? You watch 2 videos back, or 3 videos back, it says, the man says what? The face of English changed in the 1950s. This is your ancient enemy. And what they do, they set up a system, and it deals with the wick. It means to conquer, to fight, to conquer. And what do? The period so-called because rocks from it first were studied extensively in the region around the Bala, Baal, right? You ever notice how sometimes Baal is one word, sometimes Baal is all, right? Reverse the all. Thanks, helicopter. I needed some sound effects. Reverse that and you get Bala, North Wales. Ancient British tribe in North Wales. The tribe's name is Celtic. So it's an ancient British tribe in North Wales whose name is Celtic, literally means, in Celtic, it means those who fight with hammers. From Celtic base, Ordo hammer. Now, when you take Ordovician and you go to Google and you type in Ordo, right? And what happens first? Oops. Second, third. Groundbreaking, man. Groundbreaking. Why is that written in Latin? Orientis, the temple of the Orientals. Let's go back. And what does it mean again? Let's see, let's see, did I have it the first time? It says, key is a thing put on artistically, Germanic, see, here's why we know it's fake. German American Jews. There's no such thing when you go by what the Word of God says. My holy people look like the Ethiopians. These people of Antioch say Simon's a nigger. Even their own Christ is described as wool hair, burnt skin. Get the f out of here. So they put the spirit of you on as an art. Okay? So, who are they? Well, you're told. Oh, am I gone too far? We're in Wick. This is Wick, and now you can see where this comes from and who it is, right? We go into Wicker with the CK, and it kind of takes us away from Wiki. But when we go into Wick, it's going to take you to the Wicker Man. And when you go into, you understand the Wicker Man stuff, you understand it's a sacrifice. Now, I got a movie sent to me. See if I can find it real quick. It's a preview. I'll just pause this and get it real quick. Fair use. It just doesn't work. I don't know. There's something like more powerful when you want to do it. I said Google, man. It's giving me a problem. You gotta love that. All right, buddy.
You got your toothbrush?
Check.
Do you have your deodorant?
Check.
Do you have your cozy clothes?
Got that.
What?
Do they know I'm black?
Should they?
You might wanna,
Mom and Dad, my black boyfriend will be coming up this weekend. I just don't want you to be shocked that he's a black man.
I ain't never seen you like this before, bruh. Meeting families, taking road trips. Don't come back all bougie, man. Come back and get your damn pants up to your damn stomach.
So you guys coming up from the city?
Yeah, we're just heading up for the weekend.
Can I see your license, please?
He wasn't driving.
I didn't ask who was driving. I asked to see his ID.
Call me Dean if you're hungry, my man.
So how long has this been going on, this thing? We hired Georgina and Walter to help care for my parents. When they died, I couldn't bear to let them go.
Do you smoke in front of my daughter?
I'm gonna quit.
She'd take care of that for you.
How?
Hypnosis.
I'm good, actually.
You ready for this?
I'm back in the beat.
So look, I go do my research. Apparently, a whole bunch of brothers been missing in this suburb.
But it's cool.
Bro, how you not scared of this, man?
Good to see another brother around here.
Chris was just telling me how he felt much more comfortable with my being here. Get out.
Sorry, man.
Get out! Yo!
Rose, we gotta go.
Is everything okay?
Rose, the keys. Just get the keys.
I don't know where they are.
Rose?
Sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
terrible thing to waste. Terrible thing to waste.
If there's too many white people, I get nervous.
No. No. No, 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 no.
A bomb is a terrible thing to waste.
So, we had a video a week ago, and we showed what? When they hang that ass and cut you to pieces and eat you, that's a sacrifice. And when they eat you, it's proving they're druids. All right, so, hey, man, there's so much in this video, I don't even know where to start. All right, of course, most of you are going to say, hey, it's the interracial relationship. When you go further into this,
Died. I couldn't bear to let him go.
So obviously this man is running because he broke his hypnotism. So the movie is called Get Out. All right. We later see you can get rid of smoking through hypnotism, right? And this is that's her tool right there, right? The teacup.
I'm good, actually.
Now, when we hear about the teacup, this goes back to what? Alice in Wonderland, right? And what did the Mad Hatter have half the time? Is drinking tea, right? This is the land of iced tea now, right? All these damn people drink is iced tea, right?
You ready for this?
I'm back in the beat.
So look, I go do my research. Apparently, a whole bunch of brothers been missing in this suburb.
But it's cool.
So the friend warns him, all these people missing in the suburb. He says, oh, it's cool. My woman ain't like that. It's not about the woman. It's about the community. The woman could be A-okay with you. Or her job could be to lure back college students back to the town. Why do they do these things? For wealth? For youth?
Bro, how you not scared of this, man?
So he's at this event, and there just happens to be another brother. So what does he say? Hey, good to see another brother.
See another brother around here.
Chris was just telling me how he felt much more comfortable with my being here.
So what does the hypnotized person say? Not to the other brother. He says to his keeper, the black one was telling, he doesn't see himself as black anymore. The black one was telling me it's good that I'm here. He feels more comfortable. Right? So what happens? He takes a quick pic. His buddy's already been looking at these pictures of missing people. So he takes a picture. Why? See if he's one of the missing people, right? And what happens when the flash hits him? It breaks his hypnosis. And what does he say? Look, everybody else is moving. This is the Matrix moment. Look, watch everybody turn their heads, look around, but he's still frozen in time. This is the Matrix moment. Everybody moving around, not him.
Get out.
Get out. Run, nigga. Run, motherfucker.
Oh, sorry, man.
Get out. I'm trying to save you. Run.
Rose, we gotta go.
Is everything okay?
All right, so obviously this is when the brother shows himself, and what does he do? He's sitting there, got his what? Broom. That's to show you right off the bat. It's Halloween. Who's infamous for having brooms and riding brooms?
Rose, the keys. Just get the keys.
And there she comes with the teacup, right? Now, you see one person tied up. You don't see two people tied up. Where are the keys? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know where they are.
Rose?
Rose, your brother's attacking me. Where are you at? Rose, your mom's, what? Hypnotizing me. Where are you at? Nowhere to be seen.
Sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
Why does it always start with childhood? Their point is to regress you to a point where you're what? Defenseless. This is witchcraft, people. This is Witchcraft. Why? See what he's sitting in front of? The TV. What is happening with that? Right? You've already seen the movie Poltergeist. Just because shit ain't moving and you don't see ghosts doesn't mean someone can't use this connection with you, what? Later in history. He's a little boy watching TV. That's how she's using that against him. Sinking through the floor. He's on a bed. He's not even a floor.
The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Terrible thing to waste.
So obviously something happens. Somebody flashes him. Maybe the girl comes. Who knows? Maybe he just rips his bondage. You know. So he's free. Now what does he do? He revolts. He rebels. Here we are at his funeral, right? He's not dead. They're having a mock funeral. Does everybody see bingo cards? Are they gambling or drawing lots for him? How much for the liver? 500,000. Do I hear 500,000? What's going on? What are they raising bingo cards? Tim, are they playing a game of bingo for him?
If there's too many white people, I get nervous.
So he's found another way to break hypnosis, right?
No.
Did you see the flash? What is the person wearing? You see the iron mask right there? And what? A laser? Look, you're the only person with a gun in town, right? Like, this guy's got a helmet, a metal helmet, and a laser sight, buddy. I mean, he means old school business. he means old German business, right?
No.
So instead of saving himself, what? He gets in the car and tries to save what? Her?
No.
Here, we'll go back a little bit more.
No.
That still just happened to not be far enough, right? Okay, so there it is right there, where these two are in the car together, right? Now there's a giant scar on her head. Before, she's wearing this wig, and the wig covers the scar, right? Now, we have one thing, right? Here we have what? What do we have here? Now, anybody need me to bring the Bible verse up for that? Of course you do. Let me go find us a Bible verse. Let's say Genesis. Let's look in Genesis. And if we go to Genesis, let's say 3. All right. And now if we go to Genesis 3, and we go, and we learn about the serpent, right? The serpent deceived me and I ate. So the Lord God said to the serpent, because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock and all wild animals. You will crawl on your belly and you will eat dust all the days of your life. I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel. Let's see that one more time.
No.
It's a terrible thing.
Okay, let's see it 3 more times. All right, so let's go back to where we got all this, because you'd just be surprised. So, wit. We were at Wick, and it leads us to a people group that came to fight and conquer. And what they do is they have used your spirit and they have worn it like a garment. It is their art, their skill. Now, this one, wit. To know, to not know. Listen, you're going to take your kids, you're going to take your black kids to my white schools, or I'm going to throw your ass in jail, or I'm going to do worse. And then you do not know. So wit is to know. And they've set you up with a what? A system to not know. Old English, within. Wotan, within. Past tense, wast. Right? Past tense, wast. Or what? Waste. Right? Past participle, witten. To know, beware of, or conscious of. Understand, observe, ascertain, learn from Proto-Germanic witan. To have seen, hence to know. So they've taken all of your previous information away from you. So anything you would have known in the past, wast, or waste, that's waste to us, right? Wast, waste, was wasted. See, look, in a way, if you take someone's past, it becomes a waste. Now, ask yourself, if it's from Old German, it was past tense wast. Why does wast mean what it means now? Waste. All right. It's from pie, from weed. Weed. W-E-I-D. Okay, so sometimes I is Y, but they're all just vowels, right? So it doesn't really matter if it's two O's, would, oo is what that, E, we, E, sometimes I makes what? The high E sound, E, we eat, sometimes, so what does that sound like in English? We eat, so that sounds like weed. And what happens with that? Now, somebody once posted a question, show me how to what? Be righteous. Well, you're on that track if you follow the 440 is a higher speed. It is a high speed. So you're speeding, right? And to stop speeding, you need to come down. Okay? So it turns out that weed or can boss is the way that it is written to calm you down. They would go into the temple, they would seal the tent, and they would put this on the censer until what? A smoke filled the room. And when things were right, that is when him would join them. So here's the part where it gets tricky. Now we've examined this one. We from y pi separate half away apart. Okay, we did this one earlier. I put it up twice because we went from we to wick, or I mean from we to WIK. So now we're going from we to WIT, which we just examined, and now we're going to WITH. Okay, so me and you, are with each other, right? And we're walking somewhere. Okay, so in Old English, with used to be called with. It means against. Wait, what? It means opposite. Wait, what? From. Wait, no. Well, wait, what? Toward. Wait, wait. By, near, a shortened form of wider. From Proto-Germanic withro, against. So if me and you are with each other, we're actually against each other. Are you with me? People, are you with me? More apart. Where? Why? Tiro. Literally more apart. Pi. More apart. Separation. Isn't this interesting? How these words mean this? So what does ITH mean? You know, I mean, when you have the W, it means one thing, but when you add ITH, what does that really mean? In the 15th century, Scottish YDY, possibly related to Old Norse because they're related, and ethno-linguistically, it's proven. Okay, so to Old Norse, right? The Norse people, right? When Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? So whirlpool. What happens in a whirlpool? Everything gets what? Sucked in, amalgamated, flushed away a second time again, which is related to common Old English prefix ed, again, backwards, repetition. Wash the dishes. I washed again, right? Repetition, turning, forming such words as whatever, reconciliation, edgift, restitution. Now, see, we're arguing about reparations, and we should be having talks about restitution. To renew. Okay, let's go on. That's it. All right, everybody. You know what I'm going to say? Watch the other authors. Go to YouTube.